Okay. Have you ever been so sure of something only to later realize that you might have been wrong? It might be like a fact that you believed your entire life only for you to find out that it was just a myth. It's a humbling experience, isn't it? Now, I would like to ask you all to imagine a cup so full of water that it can't hold another drop. Now, imagine this to be your mind with all your beliefs, assumptions, and habits, with no room for change, with no room to grow, with no room for anything new to dwell into. To dwell, you must let go of some of these assumptions and habits and pour some of this water out. But what happens if you refuse to pour some of this water out? We stagnate. We, we push back against new ideas and hold ourselves back. Good afternoon. I'm Gagana, a grade 9 student, and today I'm going to talk about something we've all often overlooked, the courage to unlearn, while letting go and embracing imperfection is the key to growth. The, uh, the art of unlearning. Unlearning is defined as letting go or discarding outdated information that no longer serves you or others. But keep in mind, unlearning isn't simply about forgetting. It's the process of questioning, reassessing, and replacing the belief with a more relevant one. From a young age, we've all been often taught that knowledge is key. And yes, that's true. But we're rarely encouraged to question the knowledge that we acquire. The fear to unlearn limits us. For example, biases. Biases are all around us. They shape our decisions even without us realizing them. It's like an outdated software running in the back of our minds, telling us what to do, whom to hang out with, and even what we think of ourselves. If left uncorrected, biases can narrow our visions and, and our process and trap us in a process of unconscious pre-assumptions. Only by accepting the process of unlearning can we truly grow. For example, take the common fascination with perfection. In one form or another, study or social media, we all hear that a mistake is a failure. But what if we view the opposite? What if we label mistakes as a crucial step towards growth? After all, babies learn to walk after stumbling. Think of Thomas Edison, who famously said that he didn't fail 100 times while inventing the light bulb. He only found 100 ways that it didn't work. The greatest minds in history were not those who got everything right the first time, but it's those who kept going despite countless missteps. Now, let me tell you a story. A story of a young artist who longed to achieve perfection. Every line had to be straight, every color had to be blended evenly. Any stray line or paint blush would cause her to crumble up her paper and start all over again. But with every cycle, her frustration grew and her self confidence decreased. But once her teacher noticed this, he replaced all her prestigious paintbrushes with old broken ones, frayed bristles, broken chipped handles. He then instructed her to paint with them. The artist immediately recoiled. How in the world could she create such a perfect artwork with such imperfect tools? After a few too many moments of procrastination and hesitation, she finally started painting. To her surprise, she had just created an artwork that she had been longing to create. This artwork was like nothing she had ever created before. It was bold, it was brave, and it was completely hers. Only then did she realize that the flaws didn't ruin her artwork, it made it what it was. Now, imperfection, we've all been raised to believe that imperfection is something to be embarrassed about. But our humanity comes from our imperfection. We learn resilience and resourcefulness from our struggles, mistakes, and failures. And unlearning, it's just not about our personal barriers. It's about reshaping those around us too. It's about willing to question the beliefs that we've been taught and redefine success and growth in our own terms. And it's about, by unlearning the societal definitions about intelligence, beauty, and leadership, we can create a space where where for growth and innovation to take place. True progress comes not from clinging on to our old ways, but from daring to imagine something better. The world keeps changing around us, but some ideas remain engraved in many of us. The capacity to move beyond what is expected is what allows us to flourish. But unlearning requires effort. Unlearning requires you to take a step into the unknown and admit that you might have been wrong. Unlearning requires courage. To know what to unlearn, ask yourself these three questions. Why do I believe this? Does this belief fit with my current values? And does this belief still, is it holding me back or not? Now, by identifying these mental roadblocks, we can choose a better perspective that helps us grow better and understand better. Now, how to unlearn perfectionism in particular? One way of doing so is practicing self-compassion. Treat yourself kindly. Another way is to celebrate small successes instead of stressing on the minor mistakes that you may or may not have done. Another way is embracing curiosity. See the problem with wonder rather than seeing problems as fear. Now, another way, lastly, is to be around people who prioritize growth over flawlessness, who appreciate you for your successes and help you through your inconvenience. So, what's filling your cup? What belief or assumption is holding you back? And keep in mind that unlearning is more than just self-improvement. It's about allowing new perspectives to create a better future. And most importantly, imperfection is not a flaw. It's a stepping stone to success. Every crack in our knowledge, every stumble in our journey only makes us stronger. By unlearning imperfection, we free ourselves from impossible standards that limit our creativity and our ability to connect with others. The world does not need more perfection, it needs people who are willing to be real, to learn, to unlearn, and to grow. And I would like to end by saying, as Elsa from Frozen once said, let it go and rise like the break of dawn. Thank you.